This is Todd. Let me get my lights on. Turn on your heart light. Do do do. Oh, this one's not coming on. Let's try that again. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Now I turn these lights off because they make a big glare on the screen, but we need them for the video, so there we go. All right, so I don't know why this always does this. It's the strangest thing. It's like my video does not start if I start it early. There we go. If I get out of it and go back in, then it starts. Then it starts. All right, let's do a sound check. Sound test. And it starts. All right, sounds good. All right, let's see who's on. If you're here, go and sound off, and let's get going. And I have made my first flight stand. I plan on making 3 total that will be available. This is not available yet, this flight stand. This is just to show a preliminary one that I'm working on. But I like this because it's pretty tall. So it's nice and tall, and you can put figures underneath. And these figures here are classics. These are not our little puny origins. We're talking full-size classics underneath this flight stand here. It's so cool. Now I threw Skeletor's sword somewhere. So let's check this out. Let me come up here. Now, oops, I'm hitting my microphone. Smacking my microphone. So I made this so that it can be sturdy enough to hold figures up here. And you can see it's pretty solid. And this is pretty jam-packed. I mean, I have 3 figures inside, plus a Tila and a Prince Adam hanging off the claws. And of course, Prince Adam's laughing because I don't know why. He's just so happy to be captured by Skeletor. But let's go ahead and talk about this cool flight stand that I made, the first of 3. Let's see. Hey, Elvis, thanks for joining us. Hey, Peter, thanks for being here. Peter just got his Classics Grayskull. Nice. Hey, Charles, thanks for joining us. Teal, thanks for being here. John, thanks for being here. Jay, thanks for joining us. And Hayden1468, thanks for being here. All right, now I did tell you guys the other day how I was going to make it. So let's go ahead and check this out. Now, it is a little tricky to get these figures in here because they are bigger. You got to put them from the legs down and then slip them over their rears and you can get them in there. So not quite as cool. I kind of wish these were a little bit spring-loaded, and maybe I can see how these are attached. That might be the next generation. Talking about my generation. So let's first do a height check on this. So I happen to have my tape measure here. And it should be, it looks like it's about, what says 1 foot right there. 1 foot. Right here, all the way to the flight stand. So it's about 1 foot tall, which is cool. I wanted it tall enough that Titus could stand underneath and it could still fly over Titus's head. That was kind of my goal. And being Titus a 12-inch figure, that was kind of the plan. So let's take this off of here. There we go. So it's a really simple, easy design. Not much to it at all. And it's got a nice big flat base on top, and a nice big flat base on the bottom, and a nice little skinny pole in the middle. So there you go. That's the first one. The second one is like this, but it's bent and then slid over so the center of gravity is still over the middle of the base. And that one is being printed right now. It should be done in the morning. And then the third one is like the second one, but shorter. So it's like for really close ground assault stuff. And being it's bent, you can rotate it around. As you rotate it, it will change the angle of your collector. So that is really cool. Now when you put this on, it's a little bit of a tight fit at first. So yeah, stick it in the hole. Stick it in the hole just like that. And then you just press a little bit. Ooh, and there it is. And then it's on there. Now the angled ones, the short one especially, I made the peg a little bit longer. I didn't for the tall one because I made that one first. But if you look inside here, you can see where the stub comes out. Right there is where it comes out at. So That is so cool. For those that weren't here earlier, go back and check out my video on the new flight yoke here so that a Classics figure can actually hold that. Woo! That's so cool. So now I got an awesome flight stand, way better than the ones you could have gotten with the other vehicles, because now it's tall. You can put a lot of figures underneath there, and they can have height to it. And because it's such a big base that it's sitting on, it's not just relying on that little dinky peg to hold it up. You can actually put quite a bit of weight out here, all the way out on these leg slide. Got to get it right. There we go. Oh, help! He-Man! Ah, ha, ha, ha. He-Man's not coming, Duncan. Yeah, very cool. All right, let me see you guys' comments. Make one in camel key green. I suppose I could do that. Absolutely does the trick. Yep. Yeah, I would have liked to print one in clear. That would have been really cool, but in clear it would have been done in resin, and that would have been a really expensive part. Now I haven't priced these out yet, but I'm going to do a few more checks before I release them, like I said. So I'm not going to price them out quite yet, but I should have a price probably in a few days. I have to look for boxes to fit them too for mailing. Because the base is so big, it's going to take a little bit bigger box than I have. It's going to fit these. But there we go. I do print them in really low res. As you can see, the bump's right on there. But I don't think it matters. So you can actually see all those bumps on there. But it makes it so it prints faster and keeps the cost down. So there you go. I did make these walls really thick though, so they shouldn't break too easily. So, cool. Let's see. Hey, bro, how can I buy a sewer hole cover for my Grayskull? Peter, that is a great question. If you go to the comments, it's not the comments, but let me go ahead and figure this out. Figure the thing out, man. All right, just some way. Oh, close the live chat. Once you close the live chat, then you go into your description, click the more. And once you're in more, click more again. And there's a website on there. And that website says he-bro.com. He-bro.com. If you click that, he-bro.com, and we will open it in Google. What the heck? Once you get to he-bro.com, you will find these icons on here, and you want the one called Shapeways. Shapeways. And then once you're on Shapeways, you will go to my place that has all the things that I make, or a lot of them, that you can buy. Now, the way Shapeways works is you actually buy them on their site. They print them and mail them to you. So I don't ever get them. People always ask me all the time, hey, before you mail it out, can you paint it? It's like, that's not how Shapeways works. I never see the parts. They go straight from their factory to you directly. And if you scroll down somewhere on here, yeah, I'll accept cookies. You will find, here it is, the Castle floor plug, $17.01, and it comes to you bare white, just like that. So you're stuck having to paint it, which I know kind of stinks. But you can buy it in other materials. So if you find it in a different color you like, you can buy a different color. If I was going to buy it again, I'd either buy it in silver. Oh, that's real silver. Never mind. That's what? Why the heck? Oh, here we go. Versatile plastic. Open. Open. Open, 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 open. Oh, it's down here. Joop. There you go. And then you have all these colors to choose from. And I personally buy it in black because I usually paint it in black solid anyway. And then once you get it in black, and once you get it home, you can then just put your brown coats on it. And I have a whole entire video on just how to paint it. In fact, I think the video is actually on here. There we go. I guess not. This is not the one. I have one that's on my thing on how to paint it. That just talks about the door. So thanks for your question. That is, see, I was watching NASA Live. Ooh, now you guys know more about me. All right. So let me go ahead and check your guys' other questions. How do I get back to the chat? There we go. Josh M, I want a Hebrew figure. Check out my video on how to make a Hebrew figure. I have a link in there to buy the armor and sword from the guy that I buy it from. And it works really good. Look how cool that is. It's funny. When it was printing, I was like, oh man, I made it too tall. That's way too tall. But once I got it in the room and put it on there, because his ship is so big, I was like, that is the right height. Because if you have people walking underneath and it's coming to attack, you don't want something that's only this high off the ground smacking them in the head. You want things that can fly over and above. I'm going to go grab Titus just to see how tall he is next to it. I got to know. Titus, where are you? Okay. I got my giant box. The box is not really that big, but it's a box full of giants. So, kind of deceiving there a little bit. And here is the Classics Titus. Oh, he is a little taller than it. No! It will bonk his head. It's close. So Titus can almost fit underneath it. And here is my custom Titus. Just dropped his battle axe on the floor. And he, is just about the same height. And so you could have it close to Titus's height, but I guess you can't fly above his head. That would have been cool. You're just like an inch off. If I made it 13 inches, it would have worked instead of 12. That's what I get for not measuring Titus first. That's funny. Can crown his head. Give you a haircut, Titus. Chop, chop, chop. Let's see how close his hair is. Oh, he'll take the top of his hair off. Oh! But still, if you have a setup and you got your giants out too, with this ship just flying right by the giants, oh, that'd be so cool. Dun dun dun. Of course, you wouldn't have two Tituses on your battleground. But you could have, a zombie Megator. Zombie Megator. Yes. Now I did give Zombie Megator a different club because I figured he would not be as good with his giant mace. And someone already gave him a haircut. Is he shorter than Titus? Are you kidding me? I didn't realize he was shorter than Titus. That's funny. I thought they were all the same height. It's the way they bent him over. I always thought he had the same torso, but I'm looking now and his has the bentness to it. All right, let me look at you guys' comments. I've been ignoring you for a while now. So I've been playing with my giants. Oops, now I'm bumping my camera around. I'm smashing figures with my giant box. Let's look at your guys' comments here. It's hard to see. Let's see. Okay, great. Why two Tituses? Doesn't your Titus use Mondo's body? Yes. One Titus is the original, and one Titus is the Mondo body. This is the Mondo body one. Oh! And I made him some... That's why I made the cuffs. Originally, it was for my Titus, not for the He-Man figure. But it works great for He-Man, too. So I used them for those. But... yes, this is actually a Mondo figure. I had to 3D print these pieces here, and 3D print the cuffs, and then everything else is just a mixture of the two figures together. Now I learned the hard way. You want to put a clear coat on all of your weapons, otherwise it turns the hands black. And I didn't know that the paint comes off into the rubber hands. So if you have a new Mondo figure, tape up the bottom, tape up the axe and everything else, and just paint this part with a ton of clear. Just keep sticking it on till you get enough on there so that it will not turn your He-Man's rubber hands black. Or in my case, my Titus's rubber hands. Look at that. Look at that. Bom, bom, bom. And I was afraid, too, the base on the bottom was too big. I was really debating, but it works. I mean, granted, you can't stand directly underneath it, but for battle scenes, it works pretty good. But again, you have to have the base sturdy enough so it doesn't fall over, because if it falls over, that could be expensive if you have some cool collector figures in there, in your collector. Wish I could 3D print. Yes, if you want, in the description, I have a link to the printers that I use for my 3D printing. They are really cool printers. The link goes to Amazon to pick them up, and you can get the exact printer I use. Now, granted, I don't give out my STLs, but if you contact me on Facebook, I could probably teach you a little bit of stuff. I have other people too, so. Man, it is hot in this room. Here's the old one. I'm not going to get rid of it because I want to keep it so that I can restore it back to normal if I choose to. In case someday someone says, you have a collector that's worth $1 million. Oh, too bad you got that cheap 3D printed piece. Oh, I got the real piece. Still got it. Let's change it out. Let's see. Do you like G.I. Joe? I do like some G.I. Joe stuff. I really liked the 12-inch figures when I was a kid. They were a lot of fun. I had Moving Eye G.I. Joe. I had Atomic Man, Mike Powers. Was that his name, Mike Powers? I don't remember. Maybe not. And I used to have a lot of fun with them. And then when my kids got older, they got the 12-inch G.I. Joes too, and we had a blast playing with them. And so never really into the smaller ones. There's always the 12-inch figures. I used to have a really cool figure called Electro Man. He was pretty cool. Wait a minute. How could He-Man and Prince Adam be here at the same time? What? 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 It's my robot. Oh, okay, Man-at-Arms. Just to fool everybody. Good plan. Yes, I also have the Street Fighter G.I. Joe too. That is true. Now, I can't wait for the one to print. Yeah, you know what? Let's go into the room and let's check out the print and watch it print. Let's watch it print. Now, I'm going to lose my microphone, so it's going to sound really... Standard microphone view here. My internet's going to go a little crazy too. Oh, oh. Whoop. Oh, there it is. It's printing the second one. Oh, no. My stuff got wound up. Ah, good thing I came in here. All right, time to stop this. Nope, 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 nope. Exit. Stop. Stop. Stopping print. See, I want to check this till tomorrow. Yeah, it wrapped around and got stuck on here. I'm supposed to pull off the spool straight on. It's probably because it was so high up that when it came down after printing the last one, it probably got unwound and caused some problems. Woo, hot, hot, hot. Some like it hot, hot, hot. So this right here is 60 degrees Celsius. You can see it's been stuck for a while. There's a lot of bare spots in there. So I am glad that I came in here to check that out. But this will be the tall curved one. It's like fruit leather. Ugh. Da, 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 da. That is going to be stuck on there now. No. I'll take care of it later. Not on camera. All right. There we go. I'm glad I came in here to see what was going on because it was failing. All right, you guys. That is it. So good journey. And I will see you guys next week. Check the final comments. What's the story on the big green guy? So the big green guy is the zombie version of Megator that the Horde reanimated. So they took Megator, they reanimated him, and turned him into a zombie. So the Horde actually does have a zombie. It just happens to be Megator. So how cool is that? All right, you guys. Until next time, good journey.